Bill Carroll's ETSU Media, and working my way through. Still trying to plow through all the players that I want to make sure I get eyes on for the 2025 season, and of course the draft to follow. So I'm going to spend a little time on an offensive lineman. I promise I'll be digging more deeply into the offensive line. The big issue, obviously, is that is the hardest players to really grade when you are watching a game live, and sometimes even when you're watching it on tape. It is a position where you are not given a chance to really focus on them because, of course, cameras tend to follow the football. But both between what you can see there and then talking to people who work with and around certain teams, you start to build a profile. I'm going to start with a player who has stood out to me, particularly in the run game. That's guard Kevin Burkett of Elon. He is a powerful guy. He's a big guy, probably almost 6'4", maybe 6'3 and a half, and 319 pounds. He played right guard last season and was part of a very good rushing attack. Elon, as a team, had 1,481 rushing yards. Their top rusher was Jalen Hampton, who put up 880, often running to the right side. And they also were up there in yards per completion. They were an efficient offense, and much of that efficiency can be chalked up to a terrific offensive line. And Kevin Burkett is probably the best, at least amongst the guys who are draft eligible, the best member of that line. And then jumping to the other side of the ball, a player who has transferred. How good was Gardner Webb's defense last year? So good, right, that they sent maybe their best defensive player of the last few years, has made his way to West Virginia. We talked about him very recently in Ty French. And Ty French, his wingman, William McRainey, has found his way to Eastern Tennessee State. He's now a Buccaneer. In his 39 games that he spent playing at GWU, he had 329 tackles. 29 and a half of those were tackles for loss, including 10 and a half sacks. He also had 2 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Also was a William V. Campbell, which is what's called the Academic Heisman Award nominee, an All-American named by my friend Zach McKinnell and the bunch of the Blue Bloods, was a COSIDA Academic All-American in 2022. Had 100 tackles in 2023. 8 of those were tackles for loss, including a sack. He had an interception, 3 quarterback hurries, and 4 pass breakups last season. He is just a consistent, smart player. How he tests will be a big thing. He's probably going to be an undrafted free agent, but if he tests super well, it means he's a priority undrafted free agent, maybe with an outside chance of being drafted. He's probably right around 6 feet, maybe 5'11 3/4, probably right about 229, 227, 228, somewhere in that range. But instinctive, tough, smart. There's a lot to like about him. And if he tests, I'm hoping like 4.66, that might push him into a late, very late, maybe 7th round draft pick. If he runs in the low 4.7s, he's probably an undrafted free agent. And of course, if he runs in the 4.8s, maybe a tryout guy or a guy that you'll be hitting up on LinkedIn to talk to you about, getting into maybe business management. I don't know what his major is, but terrific player. I like a lot. And I could see him at least being a special teams guy if he gets into an NFL camp and sticks on a roster. I'll have 2 more players for you again tomorrow. Once again, let me know what you think. If there's players I haven't gotten to that you want me to, I may still get to them. But, hey, I'm always willing to listen. There's some players that I might not have seen yet. I'll add them to the list. Once again, Bill Carroll for ETSU Media, and I'll see you again tomorrow with 2 more players.